Joining me today on NYSE Floor Talk is Santiago Giraldo. He is CFO at Tecnoglass. Santiago, it's always wonderful to see you. Thanks for joining me.
Yeah, thanks for having us. It's been a year. Always
It's
good to
been
be
a year.
here.
Exactly.
Yes.
So the
Yes.
last time we sat down and we spoke, it was a year ago. So tell me, how has the business evolved since then? And how has the rest of 2023 trended since you were last here? Like, did it meet up to your expectations?
Absolutely. I mean, it was a difficult year from a macro perspective, a lot of volatility, high interest rates, but so far so good. I mean, a year ended up being as we expected, about 16% above 2022, which were very good results, well above the industry. I think that once again, we were able to show that our competitive advantages kind of play out, and we were able to transition in a difficult environment. So very pleased with the outcome in a difficult market, really.
Now, you have a different growth set of growth initiatives that you are going to be implementing to expand your presence in the U.S. in terms of geography and product offering. So give me some background on this. Tell me about these initiatives.
We've been really strong in the Southeast. Florida is our main market. We pushed into Texas, some of the Sun Belt states. We've had a presence throughout the U.S. on the commercial construction side for many years. But we feel that this is the time where the company can truly become a national company as opposed to more of having a strong regional presence. So 2 years ago, we started rolling out new showrooms throughout the US. There's actually one that has been opened here in Manhattan. We opened up one in Charleston, South Carolina. We opened up one in Houston. We want to open up showrooms in California, Arizona, another one in Texas, Nevada, with the intention of really becoming a true national company and rolling out our single-family residential product. And then in line with that, last year we announced that we were actually getting into a different product type, which is vinyl windows. Typically what you see in Florida or coastal areas are more aluminum windows that are able to withstand hurricanes, right? But the rest of the country, 60% of the market is vinyl windows, and we were not tapping that at all, right? So we were able to establish the lines to do vinyl windows, penetrate the rest of the US market, and not by coincidence, a lot of the showrooms that are being open are gonna be able to service vinyl windows, which is what is actually sold in those markets. So we're very excited. We feel it's the time to really dream big and execute on our strategy and become a much larger company, leveraging our structural advantages. So we're excited about it.
And how is 2024 progressing based on what you're seeing in your markets?
Again, difficult macro indicators or backdrop in terms of interest rates and mortgage rates, but we're encouraged by what we're seeing right now. And what we're seeing right now is our backlog of projects continues to grow. It's at a record level as of the end of 2023 and growing right now in 2024. And basically, we have so much blue open space in terms of these new geographies and these new products, right? I mean, those are areas where we can grow and where we not have any exposure in 2023. Right now, we're actually seeing some interesting trends in terms of demand. It feels like the psychology of people is one that, well, maybe perhaps 3% mortgage rates are not on the table anymore, right? So I think there was a period of time where like people were taking a more cautious approach, thinking that perhaps rates were gonna drop down immediately. That hasn't happened, but we saw it today. I mean, the macro indicators in the US, the growth, GDP continues to be resilient, continue to be, much better than expected. The employment numbers that came out this morning, beat the expectations by a long shot. So we're actually seeing that on our end markets. I mean, we're seeing how resilient this economy is being. And, I think the thought of even a soft landing has kind of moved over, and we're just kind of waiting as to see what, a normalized world looks like. But so far, so good. I mean, we're very excited about the growth initiatives, a lot of blue open space to grow into. And I think the macro backdrop is gradually improving. So things to be excited about.
And what are you hearing from your investors? Like, what general themes are you hearing about?
Macro. I mean, it's trying to understand how are these headlines impacting you? How is new housing starts impacting you? What about the new permits that are coming on board? Is that impacting your markets or not? So it's really more about trying to understand how is that impacting your business. And I think this is a point where you can really show how we have a different model, right? We have this efficient manufacturing operation in Colombia, very low cost structure. We're able to compete on pricing. We're fully vertically integrated, so we can really provide better lead times. So I think this is the time, as opposed to shy away from like the pushback, is really a time to like showcase why we're different, why we have competitive advantages, and why we can grow through this. We're already saying that we can grow our revenues double digits this year, against none of our competitors really saying that. I mean, what we're saying is kind of flattish year, maybe low single digit growth. So clearly, we're doing some things that are allowing us to outpace the competition and outgrow the industry. So we'll see. We continue to be very excited about the prospects, and hopefully next year you'll have me again and I'll tell you a good story. So we'll see.
Let's plan for that, Santiago.
Yes, absolutely. Happy to be here.
Wonderful to have you on Floor Talk. Thanks for joining me.
Yeah, thank you. We'll see you soon.